Imagine an entrepreneur launching a digital product. They test a tiny batch of just 4 simple ad creatives, and they strike gold. The margins are high, and the campaign is profitable. The next step seems obvious. If a small budget prints money, doubling that daily ad spend should multiply the revenue. This chart shows the reality. As the budget increases, the CPA, the cost per acquisition, suddenly detaches from the trend and spikes from $37 to over $100, erasing the profit margins. The business didn't run out of customers. They hit a creative cap. They assumed the market was exhausted, when in reality, their specific ads were. The error is treating digital ad platforms like traditional broadcast media. Most people assume scaling up is simply like turning up the volume on a single microphone. In this broadcast model, you end up blasting the exact same message to an increasingly massive cold audience that has zero context for the offer. Modern platforms require a different approach. Growth depends on running 100 different, highly specific conversations simultaneously. Reaching the masses with a generic page causes acquisition costs to rapidly outpace revenue. High-volume scaling fails when you only have one thing to say. This diagram represents the 5 levels of awareness. It explains why those initial ads broke under pressure. At the bottom is a narrow tier of people who already know your product. At the top is a massive group who only know their own problems. Those first ads succeeded because they targeted the bottom tier. These product-aware buyers already want what you are selling, which makes them cheap to acquire. But that pool is very small. When you increase ad spend, algorithms push your ads into the massive top tier to find more people. These cold audiences are pain-aware. They ignore ads focused on product features because they don't know who you are yet. To grow, you have to stop pitching the features of the product and start speaking directly about the specific human pains that drive the purchase. You cannot target that top-of-funnel ocean with one generic message. Human frustrations are varied and specific. You have to segment the ocean into micro-audiences. One group might be stressed corporate workers looking for a mental distraction after work. Another group is retirees or seniors looking for a creative, hands-on hobby to fill their time. Both groups might ultimately buy the exact same product, like these stickers, but the psychological hook required to get their attention is completely different. Scaling requires hundreds of unique ads because every demographic pond demands a tailored hook to trigger a conversion. This creates a resource bottleneck. Producing the volume of ads needed to target 100 different ponds is usually expensive and slow. Combinatorial math solves this. You take 20 core, pain-based script hooks and record them across 4 different environments. This simple grid allows a business to output 80 distinct ad units from a single afternoon of filming. A second strategy involves building ad creation directly into the product's onboarding sequence. By offering new customers a digital bonus if they film themselves using the product, you generate hundreds of authentic ads automatically. High-volume creative production is a systems challenge. It relies on mathematical combinations and automated customer feedback loops rather than expensive film crews. Growth in modern digital marketing is no longer just about finding a single golden ad that appeals to absolutely everyone. Scaling is a media arbitrage game. Success requires high creative volume, rapid continuous testing, and microsegmentation. Relying on a few generic ads caps a business's potential. It traps them in the tiny pool of already aware buyers and ensures acquisition costs will eventually skyrocket. To keep profit margins stable as revenue grows, a business must stop shouting at the ocean and systematically conquer the